Hey everyone, good morning. Welcome to the Pacific Rim. This is a small, rugged section of the west coast of Vancouver Island. And I am currently on a morning walk to attempt to do some landscape photography. If you've watched this channel before, you'll know that I haven't made a video in a very long time, almost 2 years. And even just going out and doing photography, I haven't done that much of. And the reason for that is it's been a turbulent couple of years, a lot going on, a lot of changes. And I just haven't felt like I had the energy or the time to put into this, even though it's so good. I mean, I really love doing photography. And I'm realizing the key thing with something like this, with doing a creative pursuit, maybe in general, but especially when you have a lot going on, is not putting pressure on yourself. And so today I'm just out here to have a good time, basically, to enjoy nature, see what I can find. There's no pressure to walk away with a portfolio quality image, no pressure to have like some kind of perfect image that I would necessarily even be super proud to show you guys. I just want to be creative, be in nature, and that's it. I actually saw this tree on the trail before and decided to explore a little bit more, and I was hoping we would get some fog, since that's one thing I forgot to mention. There was fog in the forecast, so I thought this would just be a perfect morning to go out and get some foggy forest images. But in keeping with the theme of letting go of perfectionism, we're just going to see what we can do. In fact, there's blue sky coming out behind the tree now, which is also not ideal, but you know what? Let's see what we can get. So what I've got here is we have this beautiful tree here that has kind of fallen over onto those trees, and it's still growing. That's incredible. And yeah, just this beautiful formation. And what I'm very drawn to is the moss over here, and then all of the bark and the branches, the way they all seem to work nicely together. All right, so here we go. F13, 1/15 of a second. I have the ISO quite high because there's some movement in the leaves, and I want the shutter speed to be slow enough to not have any motion blur. So that's why 1/15 of a second, and F13 because there's a lot going on. Some things are fairly close to me and some things farther away. I do want to get quite a bit of it in focus. So yeah, focusing just on the main trunk and the moss right here. One last thing, I would like to add a polarizer to see if we can reduce just a little bit of the glare and bring out the colors. And here we go. Well, this is not a portfolio quality image. But after cropping out the right side and adding some light and haze in post-processing, I was able to come up with something cohesive. My focus was on the interaction of the new leaves on the giant old tree trunk and the light filtering through the branches up above. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. All right, so on to my second composition, and actually it's the same tree, but I've decided that the thing Or rather, I've realized that the thing I'm most drawn to about this formation, as stunning as it is this moss over here. So I've decided to zoom in at almost 200 and focusing on the moss and just trying different compositions. So here's what we've got. I'll put up one or more of these attempts and yeah, let me know what you think. Just exploring these rock formations here, and you know, even if there's no image here necessarily, it's still just incredible. And oh wow, there's an eagle right over there on that rock. I don't know if you'll be able to see. You probably won't, but yeah, just over there. I'll actually grab my camera and see if I can get an image. So let's see if I can get it in time. All right. Let's see if I can get something here. I never shoot birds or wildlife normally, but this is very cool. All right, got a very fast shutter speed. And this lens only goes up to 200. So I don't know how much I'll be able to really crop and still maintain any kind of decent quality. So here's what we've got. It might be the full landscape with the eagle, or it might be a little more zoomed in. We will see. We'll see once I get back to my computer. As expected, that didn't quite work. I think I needed a 400mm lens and a somewhat different composition. But here's the raw image so that at least you know that the eagle was not just a figment of my imagination. So I realize it's not easy to find time. I'm sure many of you have work or family obligations or other personal things going on, and it probably feels like, at least for me, it just feels like I never have time. But I'm realizing it's so important to find time to engage in whatever your creative pursuit may be. It doesn't have to be photography. Just anything, any time spent being creative and letting your brain go into that mode, it's so restorative and it helps you feel refreshed so that you do have energy for those other things in your life. But anyway, enough of me being all philosophical. Let's see if we can find any other cool images over here. This is just a stunning spot. And before going back into the forest, I want to see what else we can find here. All right, so I've made my way from up there to down here because I was drawn to this over here, this pool of water. The colors are incredible, and I'm really glad that I came down here because I don't know if you can see on this camera. Yeah, I think you can. All of these different plants in the water. I don't know what they're called, but yeah, they look amazing. I'm currently shooting that little thing there. Here is what we've got with the polarizer. I don't know how well you can see right now, but I'll put up the image on the screen and you can see what that looks like. All right, unfortunately, it is time to head back. My van is parked at a campground nearby, and I have to check out by 11, and it's already 10. I've been here for maybe 4 or 5 hours this morning. I hope I did this area justice. I really don't think I did, but the important thing is just having gone out and having done this, and now I can share something with you guys. So that feels awesome, and I'm really, really glad I did this. And I don't know, if you are struggling with something similar, maybe you also have a lot of life things going on, or just struggling with perfectionism, with having to control every aspect of the situation, like perfect composition, beautiful fog and light, and otherwise you don't actually go out and do the thing. Well, yeah, maybe try just doing it. Try doing what I did. I mean, this is, I don't know how this video is going to come out. I haven't even used this little camera before that I have right now for video. Yeah, basically, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it. And I think that's the important thing. So yeah, just consider this an invitation to try something like that if you're also struggling with it. And let me know how it goes. Okay, anyway, enough of me rambling. I'm gonna walk back to the campground, and I will see you guys in the next adventure, which will be much, much sooner than last time. On my walk back, I could not resist taking one final image, which I think turned out to be the best one of the trip. I will put that up on the screen shortly. Thank you so much for joining me on this small photography adventure. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Consider subscribing if you are not subscribed already, and hopefully I will see you again very soon.